Now watch when I turn it off. There is something down in there. So I'm either gonna have to take it all apart or fish it out somehow. We're gonna figure out how we get down in there. Hopefully I don't have to like fully pull it apart, because that would suck. But it just this weird odd noise. I'm gonna see if I can pull it out. It looks like it's just some debris, or like I don't even know what it is, but I'm gonna see what it is, and then I'm gonna see if I actually am supposed to have it or not. So let's see if we can get in there. Alright guys, welcome back to another one. Figured I would touch base with you. Had a couple small projects, had a couple things I needed to do to the EK9, a couple cleanup things, and a couple adjustments. So one of the cleanup things, double day head unit, had to go. One, I just wasn't using it, and two, I think the block off plate, the radio block off plate, just looks super clean. And for me on the Type Rs, especially the EK9 or even like the DC2 on the ITR, I just think they look better with the block off plate. Just me, you know. I mean, if you guys do comment, let me know. Let me know if it's not just me. That'd be cool to know. But yeah, so this had to come out. So I got an OEM block off plate in there. Got that done. Got a weird noise in the blower motor, so I am potentially going to have to take apart the entire blower motor. I don't know. I've got noise. So I went to turn on the heat the other day, and it just made just a nasty, like, you know, rocks in a can type of sound. So I was like, all right, well, that's no good. I'm hoping that the motor itself isn't bad or you know, broken off its axis, and maybe I get lucky. Maybe it's just something inside. I've seen a couple times where like the blower motor will get some like random piece of paper or something in it, and you know, it just catches the blades as it spins around. So we'll see. We'll see if I have to pull apart 3/4 of the dash. You guys let me know if you've ever had to do that. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then couple more items for the day. We'll clean up the interior that way. Last couple times out, I've got a little high-speed vibration. So it's either a wheel weight issue, because the wheels are brand new, so they're not bent, so we know it's not that. So it could be a wheel weight issue. The other thing it was, I wasn't running any hub-centric rings. So I ordered up a set of hub-centric rings, so we're going to throw those on. Technically, I mean, if you guys have never used a hub-centric, or if you're not used to the aftermarket wheels, you know, you have your hub bore size, you know, that your vehicle has, and most of the aftermarket wheels come with a larger overboard size. So it fits numerous vehicles. You can order specific aftermarket wheels that have the exact same like hub bore diameter, and those are made specifically for your application. But a lot of the aftermarket ones don't come that way. They just come with you know, an oversized, you know, bore size, you know, that hub size right there. So it fits numerous vehicles, whatever has that lug pattern basically. But normally, so two ways. I always end up ordering a set anyways. I just hadn't ordered a set. So I'll always run them on all my aftermarket wheels anyways. But technically, when you put your lugs on, it ends up that as you tighten your lugs down, you do your proper pattern and everything else, the lugs actually ends up lug centric, and the lugs line up everything. So I mean, I've run both ways. I've run it without the hub centrics, or where like now I was waiting on a set and didn't have issues in the past. But anyway, we're gonna throw some hub centrics up on it, see if that gets rid of our high speed vibration. Right now my vibration's a little bit in the steering wheel, so that's front end. The other thing I'll do is If I'm still getting a little high-speed vibration, I'll rotate the wheels to the back. They're squared. It's a squared setup anyway, so that's easy to do. But I'll flip them, and then I'll see if that vibration moves to like my butt. So I know it kind of sounds funny, but it's usually the easiest way to tell where your vibration's coming from. So like if you have vibration in the steering wheel, it's typically a front end thing. If you have a vibration in the base of your seat or your butt, it's typically the back end of the car. So we'll see right now. Right now I've got that vibration in the steering wheel. So we'll see if this fixes that. If not, we'll rotate it. We'll see if that's the case. And I mean, it could just be I threw some wheel weights. That's a good. When I take them off, I'll double check that too, because that's always something that could happen. Is either the weights are wrong, you throw a couple weights, especially if you've been to the track. Like that happens a lot. I might have thrown some weights, but I'll check as I'm pulling the wheels off, throwing the rings on. I'll see if it looks like I'm missing any of those and show you guys. And then the last thing that's coming up, we'll see if I get it on this video or not. It kind of just depends on how things are going. I'm doing a couple more engine cleaner setups. So there are a ton of brands out there. Okay, I have a lot of experience with the BG products, but like literally Motul, everybody makes them. So I'm running the fuel system cleaner, which is, there you go, the 44K. Ooh, see if it'll focus on it there. Oh, get me face out of the way. Yeah, there you go. All right, so the 44K fuel system cleaner. Full tank of gas, pour this in, run the car. One of the reasons I'm running this is when I was replacing my spark plugs, I looked down into the cylinders. I didn't have a scope with me at the time, but you know, shine a light in there, you can kind of see. The top of the pistons had a good amount of like carbon buildup. So this helps flush out the entire fuel system. Should help eliminate some of those like carbon deposits, I'm hoping, on the piston. So we'll see. I have a scope, so after I run, I got one in the car right now. I've already been running it through, so that once I'm done with that tank, I'm going to do one more, and then I'll pull the plugs and I'll check again and see what they look like. And then on top of that, I've got one for the oil side of things. So this one goes in before you do an oil change. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you guys. There we go. Maybe hide my face a little bit. Oh, see, and it loses me. All right, so did you get me? All right, let's go back. All right, so this one is the EPR, Engine Performance Restoration. Now this kind of does the same thing as the fuel, but on your oil side. So helps clean out all the deposits, everything else. They have, I mean, if you go to their website, they tell you how often they think you should do it. The way it's set up is you throw this in your oil, you let the car run for 10 minutes, and then you do your oil change. So I really haven't put that many miles on the car, but I'm going to do my oil change super early anyways. So I already did the oil change when the car came in. I have maybe 500 miles on the car since then, maybe a little bit more. Maybe I made 1,000 miles. So we're going to do this. We would then do another oil change. We'll go through that, and then I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what the oil looks like when it's coming out. My first set wasn't too bad, so we'll see. Oops, I just playing my video. That's kind of cool. So we'll go through and we'll do this. So we'll see what the oil looks like. See if we can get that cleaned up a little bit. This one is blah blah blah. Deposits from piston rings. It's just pulling deposits, but it's doing it from the oil side. So we're gonna clean out the oil side. We're gonna clean out the fuel side, and car should run better. I mean, it's just kind of an automatic, but once I get this second run of the 44K through the car, I'll take you guys through it, and I'll scope down the cylinders, and we'll take a peek inside, see what the tops of the pistons look like, see what the cylinder walls look like. Plus, I would just want to check the cylinder walls anyways. One of the things I always recommend, I haven't done it yet, I should have done it, was literally when you get a brand new car, you know, a used car, do a compression leak down on it. It's just that extra peace of mind that everything's running okay. So I honestly didn't do it. You guys can yell at me in the comments about that. It was one of those things. It's a Honda, so I wasn't too concerned with it. And a couple times I've driven it, it felt good. No misfires, no anything like that. So I just kind of ran with it. But like I said, I did see some carbon deposit on the top of the pistons. So we'll see how we can do to get it cleaned out. And I'll probably do a compression leak down just for my own peace of mind. But let's get these things going. We'll get through this, and we'll get through another episode on the EK9. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I see all your comments. I try and reply to all your comments. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you very much for going through this project with me, and I look forward to keep bringing you all this stuff and seeing you guys at the meets. I've been bumping into you guys already, so if you guys see me, go ahead and stop me. You're more than welcome to say hi to me, even if I'm shooting video or whatever else, and I'll do my best to stop and talk with you as long as I can. Okay, so I'll see you guys at whatever meet, you know, we come across each other, and let's get at it and get going. All right. So let's see. Alright, let's get this wiring out of the way. I think I might be able to reach it. Look at that. What the hell? How does that get in there? Let's go take it over by the bench. Let's go see. Let me show you guys. Look, how does that even get in there, okay? Like, and what does it go to? That doesn't even make sense. If you guys know, like, where this comes from, or if it's supposed to be in there, let me know. No, it can't be. Look, it's sandpaper. It's got to be sandpaper. Look, so this side feels like sandpaper, right? And then this side has, it's like 500 and something. So it's literally some sort of sandpaper, and somehow it got sucked in. Maybe it was in the glove box or something, and it got sucked in. But that was my noise. So it's kind of interesting because here, let me show you guys. So like when you're here, like I got the glove box all turned. You just undo the sides and drop everything out, and everything ends up on the floor. But when you first, if you don't do the recirculation and that's turned off, watch. See, it closes the door right there. So maybe it was just a matter of the door being closed or something. Maybe the sandpaper was in here. I never noticed it. But then when you turn the recirculation off and you go to recirculation that way, then it opens the door right there. So somehow that got sucked in. Now we got no noise. And I bet it blows through the vents a whole lot better now. So, just another fun thing about a project car, especially when you're not like the first owner. Just random things. I was literally driving, was like, oh cool, let me turn the AC on, or I think it was heat at the time. I was like, let me turn the heat on, and all I heard was that blah blah blah, blah, and I was like, oh man, I hope I don't need a blower motor or something like that. So maybe just the easy fix. Yay. All right, so since I got the tire off, get the wheel off, I still have weights, so that's not going to be the issue. I'm going to throw the hub-centric ring in the back. Should just pop in. Here, let me flip you guys around. So, pop in right there, made up on that side, and then it's kind of funny, white wheels, I mean, you might as well take advantage of it while you can. So I'm gonna do a little quick detailer. I'm gonna do that, do a little tire dressing, and it just makes life a lot easier that I can get inside the wheel right now and wipe it down real quick. It's actually pretty clean. Because last time I got back, I wiped it down too. But yeah, I'm finding that white wheels, even with ceramic coating, they still need to get wiped down every time. Like for me, like literally every time I drive the car. So it's kind of nice because I can reach inside and get like these little pocket areas that I just couldn't get or didn't know to get, I guess, when I was wiping the wheels down before. But get these little pocket areas. So we'll get these, get like this little. Get the little crevices, everything else, spin it around. For the most part, it is clean. A couple of the little sections I missed were the sections like where the lug nuts were, and I'll have to figure that out. What do you guys normally do for that? Should I just do a brush? Because I don't want to take the lugs off every time. Like that's just way too much. Plus, I don't want to put them on and off that much. At least for me, race lugs. Like, I always do them by hand. I never let anybody do them because they all just want to hammer away at them with an impact. It's faster. You know what I mean? So, I don't blame them, but that's why I don't like anybody else doing it. Look at, yeah, just that corner right there from just that. And then I still need to get center caps. So, do a quick wipe down. I'd already got the faces and everything else, so this should all be good. It's just a matter of this little bit that was inside there, and you can see like it's still getting a little bit out. So we'll throw these back on, and on the next drive to the next meet, I'll let you guys know whether or not this fixes our high speed vibration that we were getting or not. So let's get some tire dressing on it, and then we'll go over to the next. Got 3 more to do after this one. So Tire dressing, you guys know, I've been running the G-Technic stuff. I like this. It's kind of a thick, like, I don't know. It's not super thick, but like it's not super runny either. I don't know. So it's got a little bit of thickness to the liquid, which I kind of like. And as you can see, it gives the tire more just a new look versus like a super high gloss. And then you guys just be careful because, I don't know, at least for me, like I try not to do up on the tread area just because I don't want to mess with the traction or anything else. But what do you guys think? Like the way it looks? I mean, take advantage of wiping it down. Let's throw it on the car and let's get to the other ones. All right, guys, so what did you think about that? It's been a couple days. I wanted to, kind of give the car a little bit before I closed out the video and talk to you guys about it. I did a couple meets. The hub-centric rings, 100% made a difference. I haven't used them in the past. I mean, I have, but I haven't. Like I was telling you guys, like I've had aftermarket wheels, haven't used them, was fine. Have had aftermarket wheels, put them on, used them, great. So when I didn't have them initially with the Advance, I was like, oh, okay, no worries, whatever. I'll just run them. But like I said, I was getting this little vibration. So I threw the rings on, took it for a drive. I've been out to a couple meets now. And like I said, I wanted to try it out before I let you guys know. And it did actually reduce my high-speed vibration. So hub-centric rings, complete win. That was nice. And then, so what do you guys think? Do you like the idea that I basically eliminated the radio for now and did the block-off plate? For me, it was kind of like one of those purist things to do. I don't know. There's something about a Type R and no need for a stereo. I don't know. It's just me again. So I like it. I think it cleaned up the interior that last little bit. Again, I mean, you guys saw it. Had this old double din, had this old. Here, see if this thing follows me. Had this old double din unit in it, and it just didn't work for the car anyways. So later on, I'll probably put a hidden setup in there. But the last couple times I went out with it, if I wanted music and didn't want to listen to the car itself, I just put headphones in, whatever. So that was that solution. And then one of the biggest wins for me overall was not having a blower motor issue on my AC. That I was so dreading that. Like I heard that noise, and like I gave you guys a little sample of what it sounded like, and I was like, oh man, like I was worried that the motor itself was all jammed up, or you know the little like cylinder fan unit, you know, that something had broken on that. So that one for me was a huge win, that I didn't have to fully disassemble everything, drop it all out of the dash, all of that craziness. So that I was super excited about. But I wanted to give you guys an update. I wanted to let you know, again, HubCentrics, the rings did wonders. Really, it didn't 100% eliminate it. So I think what I'll do is I'll still rotate them, and I'll see if that last little bit, I'm just being super picky at this point, if that last little bit is just in the balance, and it probably is. So that's going to close out the video. Again, I just wanted to give you guys that quick update. If you guys have been paying attention, I kind of clued in a little bit for what I was doing next on the EK9. I figured I'd line up a couple things and show you guys real quick. So we're doing another oil change, and this we were talking about in the last one. What we're going to do is I'm going to, of course, dump out what's been in there. It's been in there like 500 miles, less than 1,000 miles. But we're going to get rid of that. But what we're going to do is we're going to do an oil treatment, and we're going to throw this in, do the oil treatment, do another oil change, and then take a look at the, I'm going to put a little scope in there, a little endoscope, and take a look at the tops of the pistons and the cylinder walls. Last time when I did the plugs on it, you know, I just kind of, you know, hit my light with my phone, looked down there and was like, oh, it looks a little crusty, right? And I was like, looks like it has some extra carbon buildup or whatever. So I was like, you know what, let me do a couple things. Let me fix this camera. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me do a couple things. Let me run some fuel cleaner through it. Let me, you know, do this, and then we'll take another look. So if you guys didn't see in the last couple episodes, I talked about it. I also ran the BG product. It's 44K. Excuse me. The 44K goes into the fuel system, helps clear out all of that. And then this, of course, will be the oil side of things, and we'll clear that out. Now, next big project, you guys saw, we did the whole paint correction process and everything else in the car. I just didn't get to it yet. I didn't forget. I did get a couple comments on it, but the next one down the line, I mean, you know, I've been going with the G-Technic stuff. I loved it on everything that went on with the paint. So now we're going to do the glass. So on the next episode, I'm going to go through, I'll do the regular maintenance stuff on the oil side. And then for the next project, we're going to do the glass. So I've got their, I love their little bottles. So I got their, see if it'll focus, their Nanotech glass polish. I think I got it there for you. So we've got that. And then we have their Clear Vision Smart Glass, which is their ceramic coat for glass specific. And I'll go over this a little bit more when I start off that other video. I'll talk you guys through it. But basically this process is going to be pretty much same thing like we did with paint correction, where I'm gonna hit the windshield and everything else with a polisher. I got a specific polishing pad and everything else just for this, and we'll do that too. So you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you again for all your support. Thank you for, you know, following with me on the EK9, hanging out with me now on the East Coast. This month, next month is already like the calendar starting to get crazy. So we're going to start doing more and more, getting out to more and more, bringing the EK out. So if you guys see me, say hi. I'd love to talk to you guys. You know, any of you guys know that see me and stop me while I'm doing stuff. You know, I try and spend as much time as I can, you know, talking shop, talking cars, everything else with you. So if you guys see me, definitely say hi. And that'll be it for this video. I'll see you guys at the next one. Thank you again. See ya.